Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So what I'm going to basically try to do is on a weekly basis, and do this like every Friday, is post some UFO or UAP updated news. So we're going to start this first one off, and as time progresses on, it'll get a little bit better and stuff with the way I'm presenting this. But a couple of users have contacted me, and I'm not going to disclose their name because they didn't say whether they want to disclose or not, but I do appreciate you guys' help, because it's part of this channel growing, and a big success of it is from you guys' help and actually exposing what's false and what's actually not, and sending information like this over to me too. So someone did send this over to me, so like I said, I'm not going to disclose their name. They didn't say whether I could or couldn't, but I'm just not going to. So this is from the New York Post, and I'll leave a link in the description to this. Now there's a lot of pop-ups on this site, a lot of ad stuff that come up, so if you pull it up it may run slow. And you may see a lot of pop-ups coming. The screen is going to flash several times, but basically the title is "Spaceship of Non-Human Origin Spotted Near U.S.-Mexican Border, UFO Expert." And excuse me, I'm still getting over my little cold, so I may clear my throat a couple of times. Let me go ahead and apologize ahead of time. But basically what you see here is kind of a cleared up image of an enhanced of what this particular journalist saw out there. And it's clearly saucer in shape. Now, some people may say, oh, that looks fake and it looks falsified, and I believe they have the original photo in here. And it says here, an image of a suspected UFO was enhanced with artificial intelligence, creating this image here. But it gives you actual details of this particular photograph and actually where he saw this from. He said he was taken over to Sunset, over a soccer stadium, and then the team actually tweeted the original image and stuff out. And like I said, it's got a lot of ads and stuff on here, and then they go into actually what he saw. He said, I believe is a ship of non-human origin. I wish he would have actually just took his phone out and recorded a video, took the photo and got the video too, because I think that would have made this a little bit more credible. Not saying that he's not a credible source, but a lot of times when we see particular images and stuff like that, we tend to think that they've been altered, or somebody trying to trick everyone out there. So, but this is going to be an article. I'll leave a link below in the description for it, and I'll see if I can get a clearer image of what he saw as well, and what he tweeted on Twitter about this, and probably post it in the community page too, so that we can see this a little bit clearer, because this enhancement, it does, if you look at it, a lot of people would say this is kind of suspect with it, but it is information in recent news, as you guys see that this did happen this week. So it is recent news that was out there. All right, and then our second article is going to come from, and I will leave a link to him too, theblackvault.com. So I'll leave a link down below into the description for this. So Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp actually have a podcast, and they actually released the first podcast several days ago. But in there, he had what he called a new UAP leaked image. And this site actually documents and talks about this a little bit more. And then, of course, if you click on this right here, it'll actually go to the actual video of it. But what you see here, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And this isn't an undisclosed image or anything. I don't know where he got this from, but he's got a source that gives him information. But you clearly see this sphere or ball actually, I don't even know what town or anything this is over. He didn't give too much information from what I saw, but I'm pretty. All right, yeah, real quick before we jump into that, I wanted to show this to you guys. I know it's kind of an interruption, but someone has been messaging me about this particular video you're seeing here. How real this is, I don't know, but you actually see a black circular sphere object being it's just floating through the sky, and then all of a sudden there's two Air Force jets chasing after this. Was supposed to be taken in Knoxville, Tennessee. So it does look kind of like that image that I'm gonna show to you guys from Jeremy Corbell and them. Not saying it's the exact same thing, but somebody could be falsifying stuff. They happen to be at the right place in the right time. So I'm gonna show this to you in its entirety real quick. It's just a quick short video. So I want to at least show this to you guys. At some point in time, I'm pretty sure these two will get tied together. And I don't 100% believe this is real. Someone was at the exact place at the right time, and this to be flying low like that, for them to film this and then see these two jets flying. But put your comments down below. But I'm going to go back to this article, but I at least want to show this to you guys. There's people out there that may be seeing stuff like this and seeing it for the first time, but like, well, those two tying together, that's what they saw. And it probably is not, because this is more of a darker image, and the one that Jeremy Corbell sent the picture of is more of a metallic. But anyway, we're going to get back to this article. Be sure if you go to the podcast and watch the whole thing, he kind of, when they were talking about this, I'm not going to say he snuck this in, but he kind of mentioned this and talked about it there. So we were like, wow. And then this person that's got the black vault, he's actually got a YouTube page to it. He's got some really good information on there. But he has kind of a breakdown and talking a little bit about what this photo is and what they saw there. But of course, it was from a video clip, I believe. Maybe I saw one of the comments from the users on the channel talking about it was about a 4-second clip. And this was just probably about a second or a half a second of that clip where it was frozen. And they actually saw this sphere floating there. So you guys can see that there. This is probably the clearest image you'll get for this from this. But he goes in on his site a little bit more detail about this. It says U.S. military filmed a UFO from an active conflict zone, and that's what I'm reading this right here, this part right here. So they actually designated this by the U.S. government and intelligence agencies as a UAP. So they changed it from unidentified aerial phenomena to just they're changing this. That's why I don't like the term UAP too much, because when it was defined as that, they can kind of distort it and change it as much as they want to. But this is the Department of Defense that actually put this out there. But this is actually a pretty good article on this particular image that we see here. And of course, like I said, they have this podcast now that's called Weaponized. They got a website here. It's called weaponizedpodcast.com. At some point in time, probably next week, I'll look at this site when they get a little bit more information out there, and we'll do a review of it just so you guys can kind of see what's out there. But as far as news this week, I at least wanted to show you guys these two articles or images here to get your thoughts on this. And like I said, if you have more, or if you know of some recent news, feel free to email me. I'll leave a link below in the description to my email address. It's littlekingdombuilder@gmail.com. I don't mind disclosing that, where you guys can send me over linked articles and stuff that you may have seen recently, so that we can add this to this weekly newscast. I'm going to try to do this every Friday, probably around lunchtime. I'll get this probably published out, so I'll need to get in your articles probably by or before Thursday. But as we progress forward, times and stuff can change, and when I put this out, it may start going out every Sunday to start the week off, and then I'll close the new articles off for the previous week on a Saturday. But we'll figure out how we're going to do that as we progress forward. But anyway, I wanted to at least share some of this with you guys as we start trying to build this channel up as a community together. I think this news update will actually be pretty good, because we'll start getting recent information too, and I'll continue with the other stuff I'm doing as far as any video footage I get out there. And I got a lot more other stuff coming to the channel, but this is something that I always wanted to do and see, is doing a recent news update or a weekly update on any UFO information that we may have out there. Videos, photos, interviews, whatever it may be. People have maybe gotten abducted and they want to talk about that, so I'll try to put this out here too. So anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you have some information you want to send over to me, like I said, there's going to be a link in the description. You can email it over to me, or you can also find me on Instagram and send me some information over there. And thanks, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and stay tuned for the next video.